Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final press conference ahead of a huge night of boxing at the First Direct Bank Arena here in Leeds. This press conference is presented in association with our official partners, Betfred, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, and Champion. And we have a real Christmas cracker on our hands. One of the most hotly anticipated fights domestically of the year. Yorkshire's very own Callum Simpson will defend his European, British and Commonwealth titles against Darlington's Troy Williamson, live and free on the BBC. Fight fans can also expect a very good undercard featuring local talent and some of the UK's most exciting up-and-coming fighters. But before we speak to them, let's speak to boxer promoter. What can we expect on Saturday night? It looks like it's going to be an action-packed night of boxing.
Look, first of all, it's great to be in Leeds. It's a venue that we've wanted to do for a long time. We've been promoting 7-8 years, never managed to get to the Leeds Arena. Finally, we're here. I've been here for Josh Warrington nights. The bowl, the action, the atmosphere. To do it with Callum it's a special feeling. We've done the stadium twice now. It's been a great home for Callum, but to do an indoor arena, I think every fighter dreams of that. Every fighter wants that. Leeds Arena, 30 minutes down the road from Barnsley, and the card is full of Yorkshiremen. It's full of 50-50 fights and Yorkshiremen coming to put it on the line, and I know that the 7,000 on Saturday night, I know what we've got to look forward to. The top of the bill speaks to itself, but right throughout the card, starting on the iPlayer, even before the iPlayer, starting on the iPlayer at 5:30, it's guys willing to put it on the line, and that's what we want to see in British boxing. And yeah, credit to all of them, and it's great to be here.
Let's introduce some of the undercard fighters, some of the rising stars hoping to be able to shine on Saturday night. I know Callum has been on to you about getting some of the regional talent on this card, so I'm happy to see everyone up here tonight, or today. Let's start with Mick Learmont, who is taking on Harry Matthews over 4 rounds. We have York cruiserweight Brad Casey, who's got off to a great start in his career also. We have Brad Casey. And then we have 2 Leeds versus Barnsley matchups. A lot of local pride on the line as Corey Sagar takes on Joe Hardy and Ellis Ward faces Jake John Cleary, plus Max Curtis, who admittedly is not from Yorkshire. He is from Lancashire, but I won't mention that again. Max, let's start with you. You are fighting Jacob Merra over 4 rounds. How great is it to be on a card like this?
It's amazing. I never thought beginning of this year that I could fight on a promotion like this, and I'm truly grateful to be on it.
For those who haven't seen you and don't know what you bring to the ring, what can they expect on Saturday night?
Smart boxing. Stick to the plans we've done in training camp, but I'll take my chance if I see it.
Looking forward to it. Mick, let's come to you. It's been a while since you've been in the ring. This is your 14th pro fight, a big stage at home in Leeds. What does it mean to you to be fighting on this card?
It's great, mate, to be back in Leeds, especially after so long off. For the first one back to be in Leeds is everything I'd want.
What can the fans expect from you? Obviously, a lot of people will know who you are, but a lot of people will not also. What is your style of boxing?
I suppose it all depends who's in front of me, you know. But I'd like to think I'm adaptable, but it'll be nice just to get out there, put the pressure on, and see what I can work with. Looking
forward to it. Brad, I'll come to you next. A good start to your boxing career, 2 wins from 2. Yeah. This is your 3rd pro fight. How have you found the transition from the amateur game into the pros?
Perfect, really, for me. And it's nice to just be as active as I am being. It's my 3rd fight in just under 4 months. So, yeah, I'm excited to go and showcase yet again.
You're managed by Sonny Edwards, and I know Dave Allen's in the mix as well. That is some combination. Yeah. What kind of advice have you been given from the 2 of them?
Anto Fitzpatrick, Sonny Edwards, best management in boxing. I'm left in my coach, Ash Martin. He's away in Ghana for now with my stablemate. Leo Atang's fighting in Ghana, so I'm left in good hands, Dave Allen. So he's leading the corner. I've got a good team around me, so yeah, I'm excited.
Looking forward to a promising career. Let's go to Corey. This is the first of our Leeds versus Barnsley matchups. Corey, you're a Barnsley boy. How excited are you to be fighting on one of Callum Simpson's undercards?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming now. Big thanks to Callum for getting me on it. Big thanks to Box for giving me this big opportunity, and looking forward to put a good performance on.
Boxing's in your blood. Your blood. I think your grandfather was a boxer also. What are your aspirations for the game? What do you want to achieve?
See where it takes me. Hopefully we can get to the top, box for a world title, get the British. Just see what happens. AMI.
Joe, you are fighting at home in Leeds. What does this opportunity mean for you?
Yeah, I'm just buzzing to box in my home city at such a big venue. So yeah, it's a dream come true for me, really.
You're up against a young, hungry fighter. What do you have to do to get the win?
Just listen to my coaches and just come and have a go.
Ellis, I'll come to you next. Local pride, an unbeaten record. This is a fight where somebody has to lose their role. What do you make of this fight as a whole?
First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to Boxer, massive thank you to my team, Callum, my management, for getting me a part of this show. It's a true privilege, and to be able to box in front of my home crowd, in front of Leeds. I take the fight as, to be fair, I feel like I'm on a whole different level. I'm going to come and put a dominant performance on and bring it back for Leeds.
You're 5-0. You've come up on the small hall shows. Is this your opportunity to really get your name out there and put a statement performance on?
Yeah, I really do feel like this is the opportunity I've been searching for. Like you said, to put a dominant performance on and showcase my skills and know what I can do.
Jake, he sounds very confident. Obviously, you will be as well. You are unbeaten as well. How does this fight play out for you?
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank my training team, management team, Boxer, Callum for this opportunity. I'd expect that, to be honest. I'm going to be sharing the stage with somebody, with Ellis, the skills he's got. When I've got the Tarn Army coming as well, that are going to be cheering me on. These are fights that you want, especially this early stage of my career. Yorkshire Derby as well. Somebody's always got to go. These are why I'm in this sport, and to get this opportunity such at an early stage, like I mentioned. When phone came, didn't even opponent first. It was just like, yeah, straight away get me on that relish opportunity. And like I mentioned, somebody with skills and pedigree that Ellis has got, it's going to be a pleasure to share ring with him, but I know what I'm capable of and I know what I can do. And there's words and there's actions, so we'll see Saturday night. Should be a good and fought crowd, and buzzing to hear him in arena.
Yeah, a really good fight to start the iPlayer show with. Ben, what do you make of that fight, Battle of the Unbeaten?
Yeah, look, it's so hard to get guys in their first few fights to take on another unbeaten fighter. We try all the time, and we're sort of with the BBC having to impose that on fighters up and down the country. So to come to a local area, to be able to put Leeds against Barnsley twice, to have unbeaten against unbeaten in an arena like this, that's what we want. That's what we want to do going forward. And that's what British fight fans want to see. But credit to the fighters, because there's a lot of pressure on them with their unbeaten records in this day and age. And I think we're starting to see that change. And the earlier we can see that in careers happen, I honestly think the better. I think you learn a lot more from these type of fights than anything else. And so, yeah, credit to them. And for the fans, we're in for a treat.
Right, thank you, boys, for joining me. If we swap you out and we get some of the other undercard fighters on, good luck to all of you.
Cheers.
Nice one, thank you.
Good luck. Top man.
Thank you very much.
Right. Yeah. How you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Check. Are we in? Can you hear me? Change mics. Now, on to our second set of fighters. Waiting. Now to our second set of fighters on the stage, some familiar faces and some names that are going to be well known in the future. Ashley Ills and Jermaine Osborne-Edwards will go toe-to-toe in a 6-round welterweight contest. And Manchester middleweight Tom Rafferty will look to continue his unbeaten run. And then we have Scottish standout Sam Hickey returning for his 4th pro contest. Before we speak to everyone and before we speak to Sam, Ben, when you look at somebody like Sam, who is, extremely well decorated as an amateur for Scotland, how far can he go? What is his ceiling?
There isn't a ceiling, but I think nowadays fighters have to have the full package. They have to be able to take the big fights. They have to be able to want to go and headline shows and want to go and do big things, but they've also got to have a following and a fan base. And it sort of reminds me of Callum Simpson, of a Chris Billiam-Smith in the fact that he has that fan base so early on in his career. But make no mistake, Commonwealth gold medalist, one of the most talented fighters to turn over in the past year, and coming off the back of a little injury now, it's just good to be back. I can see us going up to Dundee next year. I can see us building up in Glasgow and hopefully headlining at the Hydro. I genuinely believe Sam Hickey is the next big name to come out of Scottish boxing and British boxing. So delighted to have him back and make a statement. I believe he's headlining the iPlayer on Saturday night.
Nice. Interesting to see that. Good to have you back. But this is a fantastic fight, a fight that we should not sleep on. Ashley Ills against Jermaine Osborne-Edwards. Ashley, you suffered an upset loss last year. You've bounced back with a win, but is this an opportunity to really stamp your mark on the game?
Yeah, of course. I've been on the scene for 6 years now, and it's my first proper opportunity, so I'm grateful to Boxer and my manager for making it happen. But it's time to showcase my skills and show everyone who I am, so yeah, it's time.
How much do you know about Jermaine? What have you seen? What do you know? How much do you care?
Well, he's actually my bro. He's my pal, to be fair. We've been mates for a long time. I was supposed to fight Elliot Whale, but obviously he's took a bigger opportunity in Blair Cobbs, which I understand. And I'm fortunate enough to still be on the card. So I'm fighting my pal. We're going to go to war on Saturday, and then we'll go from there.
Jermaine, you've only lost to top domestic names. You know a lot about Ashley.
Yeah.
How are you going to be able to put that friendship aside on Saturday night?
I just got to go do my job, innit? We just got to go to work. That's it, really. I'm here to do my job.
You know a lot about each other. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
Doesn't really matter. We're here to fight, and that's it.
Your friends, have you sparred much?
No, we haven't sparred, but we are good mates.
Okay, so that does change things a little bit.
Literally, he phoned me up and says, bro, you know we're fighting. I says, are we? And then we're here now.
Looking forward to it. It looks like that will be a fight that definitely captures the imagination of the public. Tom, let's get to you. You've had a late change of opponent.
Yeah.
How has that changed your preparations and how you approach this fight?
Well, it's not really. I mean, I've had a great 12 weeks of training. I've worked hard, so I'm ready for whatever. I mean, I've been doing a lot of sparring with Callum. You know, he's top level this camp. So, yeah, and I've got my brother who's the British champion. So, I know how it goes. Yeah, and I'll be ready for anyone. 15-0.
Is this the time where you really want to kick on and have a really good end to this year and a good 2026 to announce yourself?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, massive thanks to Boxer for giving me the opportunity. I've got a great fan base from Oldham, Shaw, Manchester. They'll all come in to support. So yeah, this is my chance to showcase myself. You know, I wanna move on. Boxing's not an easy sport. It's hard to get certain opportunities, and yeah, I'm very blessed to be on the BBC, to be on the Boxer, and to be on such a big card. So yeah, I'm ready to put on a performance and show why I belong to be here. I'm
going to put you on the spot there quickly. So all being well, Saturday night, what do you want next? Who do you want next?
Well, I ain't had a chance to get an 8-rounder, so I'd love to get an 8-rounder in and then just kick on to some titles. You know, I'm fresh. I'm doing my bit. I work hard, and you know, I think I deserve good, big things in the sport. You know, I don't like to get big-headed. It's not my style, but I'll keep working hard and showing what I'm about.
Looking forward to it. Sam, come on, Tom. Sam, you are a fighter that a lot of people are talking about. You are a standout amateur. How are you feeling ahead of your 4th professional fight? I know you've had a little niggle, but you're back.
Yeah, I feel good. Looking forward to putting on another good performance and
front of a big crowd in Leeds. You know, I've been boxing in this area for a long time in Yorkshire in the last year, so it's been good. And yeah, I've got a good opponent in front of me who's game, so you'll give me a different look to my previous opponent who just moved for the whole time. So it's yeah, it's another look in my game and show everybody what I'm all about and how good I am.
Is Yorkshire becoming a little bit of a second home for you? I know you train in Sheffield. I think your last 2 fights have been in Yorkshire as well. Is this becoming a little bit of a second home for you?
Yeah, definitely. I've been in Sheffield for the last 3-4 years now, so it's only a 40-minute drive up here. So yeah, definitely like a second home, and hopefully gaining some support from the Yorkshire people, and maybe one day when I get boxing in Scotland again, we can bring some of these fans up.
Is that the goal for you, to have a big show back in Scotland?
Yeah, 100%. That's stuff I've dreamed of since I was a kid. You know, boxing in Dundee and in Glasgow and the Hydro and stuff. You see all the fighters before me doing it. You know, your Josh Taylors, your Ricky Burns, all these fighters were headlining in Scotland. Josh Taylor was doing it in Meadowbank Arena at the start of his career in front of 2,000, 3,000 people. So I don't understand why. Well, I don't see why I can't do the same and box in Dundee in front of 2,000, 3,000, and you can build it up. So yeah, that's stuff I've dreamed of since I was a kid, and I feel like I could do it soon.
Very young as a pro, especially. There are 2 middleweights on the stage as well. Are these fights that you would take going forward?
Yeah, I would fight anybody. Obviously, I'm 4 fights in, you build up, but I would take a fight with any of the middleweights out there. It's just if it makes sense for them and me and the show, and you know, if it comes and I need to fight any of these guys, and it is what it is, isn't it? Ben, obviously Sam, a fantastic fighter. Tom, 15-0. You've got friends that are fighting. This is another very good segment on the card.
Yeah, I can't believe how stacked this card is and what's to come even beyond this. But yeah, incredible for these 2 mates to be getting it on. Obviously, Tom, we know a lot about his brother. I think it's now time for him to step on and become a name from Manchester that can arrive on the British scene. And obviously, Sam, this is the start of something. This needs to be a very special 12 months for Sam. This is the start of his route to headlining. This is his start to route to becoming a big star in the sport. So yeah, fantastic card.
Thank you guys for joining me. If we swap you out now and get in the next set of fighters.
Thank you.
Maybe a few remaining tickets still available potentially at boxer.com. Get there. If you haven't got a ticket and you want to come on Saturday night, make sure you get to boxer.com. But this segment should be very interesting. We have some big characters. These are our main card fighters, and these will be fighting on BBC Three. Unbeaten lightweight Frankie Stringer, a product of the renowned Rotunda ABC in Liverpool, faces his toughest career test in Levi Giles. And in one of the most unexpected matchups, we have Elliot Well, who will take on no other than Blair the Flair Cobbs for the WBA Continental Gold Welterweight Championship. Welcome, guys. Frankie, we'll start with you. Good to see you. What do you know about your opponent? And do you believe this is your toughest test to date?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. He's been in there with good opposition. He's a championship level fighter, so it's the fight I need, and I can't wait for it.
Levi, you've been at a very good level. You've fought Reece Bellotti, Michael Gomez Jr. Where do you think Frankie ranks compared to those kind of guys?
Yeah, Frankie's a good kid. He's in a very, very good boxing gym. He's surrounded by a lot of good people. He trains very hard, and everything that has been asked of him he's done. So, but that also being said, I don't feel like he's been at this level yet. And it's obviously, like you've said, a step up for him. And it's just for me to go in there and use all the experience I've got now. I'm at the right weight. I haven't had to kill myself making weight. I feel fantastic. Everything's gone well, and everything's on Saturday night.
How important do you believe your experience will be on the night?
Yeah, I think it's very important. How I've built up, I think I've done everything right. The names I've been in with and stuff like that. It's all just to build up to this point. But obviously, it's different. Frankie's a different opponent. Coming up in weight, they're much bigger, aren't they? So he's a young, fresh lad, and it's going to be a cracking fight. It could be a show stealer.
Frankie, you're in there with the more experienced fighter. He's been at a higher level than you have thus far. How do you negate that? How do you make sure that experience is not a factor?
That'll bring the best out of me. I'm like he said, I'm in the gym with world-class people. I'm sparring unbelievable people in the gym. So I don't want these journeymen who are just coming to tuck up. So that'll bring the best out of me, and you'll see that on Saturday.
Looking forward to it. Now let's go to a fight that I think a lot of people are looking forward to. Elliot Well, unbeaten in his 15 pro fights against Blair the Flair Cobbs. How many? 12. It's 15 here. Oh my gosh. 12. It will probably be 15, hopefully, all being well. You have got a big character in front of you. What do you make of Blair?
Obviously, we're two completely different personalities, do you know what I mean? So it's a good experience for me to come up against someone like this. He's a fringe world level fighter, so it's a tough test, but one that I'm ready for and a big opportunity for myself.
Blair, welcome to the UK. Welcome to Leeds. How are you finding it, first of all?
Finally, Blair the Flair has come to the UK, and I'm just very, very excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for the show. I can't wait to go. You know, I have a very, very tough opponent ahead of me. Elmer. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Elliot.
It doesn't matter what your name is. The People's Champion is here. The People's Champion has arrived to show up and show out and give the UK fans everything that they deserve. So, that's it. You guys, we have Boxer that's going to be taking off to the clouds, to the stars. And I cannot wait to get my hands on this man. I cannot wait to get my hands on the championship. I cannot wait to get my hands on Ryan Garcia. I cannot wait to move forward. It's been a long time since Adrian Broner's tooth fell out his mouth. But look, things are going to be moving more and more thanks to Boxer, thanks to Ben Shalom, thanks to everyone that's coming here today. I thank all of you.
So you like Leeds?
Absolutely. I love Leeds, even though it's been rainy for quite a while now, you know, but we're going to give it some time.
How much do you know about Elliot Well?
Oh, I'm sorry. What's his name?
I ain't falling for that.
I watch wrestling as well.
Huh?
I watch wrestling as well.
Well,
You'll find out Saturday, man. He's gonna know.
Well, I'm sorry. What you think?
What belt we fighting?
It doesn't matter what you think.
Are we fighting for that belt?
It doesn't matter what you think.
Is that the belt we're fighting for?
It doesn't matter
Or
what you
that
think.
Belt, man. Smuggy, man.
Elliot, when you're faced with a character like this, how does that change your preparation? Does it change it? Does it change how you approach a fight? Because it is quite...
Nah, of course not, man. He's just a big personality and a showman, you know what I mean? Luckily for him, he's here because it sells the fight, you know what I mean? I don't like this in front of the cameras and all that. So I like training and fighting. So when you got someone like Blair, it brings eyes to it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
I'll ask you the same question. What do you know about Blair? We know he's been there with good opposition. He's got some very good wins. And
he knows he's getting his ass whooped.
But what do you make of him as a boxer?
Yeah, he's good, man. He's a good fighter, yeah.
What kind of fight do you expect this to be?
I feel like it's going to be a show stealer, you know what I mean? We both come to fight. We both like the knockouts, you know what I mean? So it should be an all-action fight.
When Elliot Well was proposed as a fight, what was the first thing that went through your mind? Was it an instant yes?
Yes. Yes.
And I know I asked before, but what do you know about Elliot Well? Do you know anything about his fighting style? Do you know what to expect? Do you care about what he brings?
Okay, you guys. Regardless of all the hysterics and the drama and the action and me putting on this performance, I need to get you guys to understand I don't take somebody like Elliot Wells for granted. I don't take somebody like Elliot Wells for like a scrub or a bum. I think he's a terrific fighter. I think that he deserves a great fight. I think that right now we're in the time where like the underdog has a chance. I am the greatest and the ultimate underdog of the boxing world, and I look to show up and show out, and let's see who moves forward. See, because the thing is, I've gone through multiple challenges, multiple tests in life, and this is just another one. My first big fight to even get a title was against an Armenian Olympian, and then I continued on fighting fights that I probably shouldn't be fighting, that most people thought I was going to lose, the promotion thought I was going to lose, and I continue to fight on and press forward. I'm doing this for you, the fans. So that's why I hold this belt proudly as the people's champion. No one thought that I would beat Adrian Broner. The promotion didn't see me beating Adrian Broner. That's why they signed it. And lo and behold, Blair the Flair is here. Blair the Flair is here because you, the fans, deserve a true champion. You, the fans, deserve a champion that looks like this, that talks like this, and walks like this. I thank you very much for even being here, and I praise God for every moment I exist. Let me hear a woo, baby. Come on. Woo! That's right.
Ben, he's a massive character. And it is a fantastic fight. Obviously, Elliot is 12-0, and it is a real fight. Talk to us about this. I think we all knew that this one might steal the show as far as the press conference.
Yeah, it's a mad fight. It's a mad fight for Elliot to be fighting Blair Cobbs. He probably didn't see it coming, and for Blair coming over here, it's an incredible fight for us, but an incredible opportunity for both of them. Blair's been at the top of the game. Blair's beaten Adrian Broner. Blair's been in there with the big names. Blair has one loss on his record that since then he's kicked on from and really been at world level. And Elliot is the guy that they all avoid. He's the guy in the division that struggles to get fights, and finally has a big one. So it's a great fight for both of them. It really is. I think Frankie against Levi, for me, potential fight of the night. I think Frankie, again, deserves a huge amount of credit, taking it so early on in his career. It's a massive, massive step up. I remember seeing Levi just lose out to Bellotti, and I thought it was very, very close, that fight. Obviously pipped, I think it was a split decision against Michael Gomez Jr., and now feels better at the weight as well. So huge fight for both of them. Huge fight for both of them. Two great fights, two 50-50 fights, two fights where you can't pick a winner, and all of these fighters up here on the stage didn't need to take this fight, and that's what I'm most pleased about.
Two very good fights, and very worthy of the slots on BBC Three. If we just swap you guys out now for the main event, thank you for joining us, and good luck.
Y'all can't swap out Blair the Flair.
Now, on to our main event. One of the most anticipated showdowns of the year, fresh from his European title win at Oakwell this summer. Callum Simpson defends his European, British, and Commonwealth titles against Troy Williamson, who is enjoying a resurgence up at super middleweight and flying high after a stoppage win over Mark Dickinson. What a fight we have live on BBC Three and BBC iPlayer. Let's hear from the fighters. Troy, I'll come to you first. You look a different animal up at super middleweight. Does it feel like that to you?
Yeah, of course. I am a different animal. I can eat a lot more. I can fuel myself for better sessions. I'm at my natural weight, I keep saying, and you're going to see that Saturday.
What are the advantages for you being able to be up at super middle? Obviously, a lot of people will think, if you can make a certain weight, then you should. But what advantages have you found stepping up from middle to super middle?
I can train properly. I can fuel myself for proper sessions. Sleeping better, recovering better. Everything really. Everything really.
Callum, you are naturally the bigger man, I'd say. You've been at super middle. Sometimes nobody understands quite how you managed to even make it. Do you think size will be a big factor in this fight?
I'm just glad that after 10 years he's finally found his weight. And like I said, it's great to hear that he's training better, he's sleeping better, recovering better, because I want the best Troy Williamson on Saturday night.
That's from what you're going to get.
What kind of fight do you expect, at least from what we've seen from both of you over the years, you like to be in total control of the fight, on the front foot, being the aggressor. What kind of fight do you think it will be on Saturday?
I'm expecting a tough fight, an exciting fight. You know, like I said, everyone knows what Troy can do, both at the lighter weights and the super middleweight now as well. So, you know he's fit, he's tough, experienced. So yeah, I'm expecting the best version of Troy and a tough fight from him.
Troy, you were the underdog against Mark Dickinson, and you stopped him up at super middle. Do you expect another career best performance on Saturday?
Yeah, I think you're going to see the best performance of Troy Williamson on Saturday. Against Mark Dickinson, I wasn't really a fully fledged super middleweight. I've grew into the weight now, fueling myself, like I said, properly, and you're going to see a dominant performance on Saturday.
How much have you watched Callum's last fight against Ivan Zuko? Do you take anything from previous fights? I know it's a slightly different outlook. I know he's a southpaw, but do you look and see any vulnerabilities?
Yeah, obviously I see vulnerabilities, see weakness there. I believe truly Callum doesn't. I don't think he's got true self-belief. Yeah, it's like, listen, don't get me wrong. I like Callum. He's a good guy, respectful, sells a lot of tickets, but unfortunately, that's not going to be good enough on Saturday night.
He said self-belief. I look at you and I see someone who's always believed in themselves. What did you learn about yourself in that fight with Ivan Zuko?
I think if you're talking self-belief, would someone with no self-belief push Boxer to try and headline a hometown stadium in front of 7,000 people, 15,000 people, to headline Sky Sports 3 times, to headline Leeds Arena? Someone with self-belief, someone without self-belief wouldn't be pushing for that, wouldn't be asking for that. So, yeah, if I didn't have no self-belief, I'd be daft sitting up here wanting to be the main event, defending my titles.
Is there anything in particular that makes you say you don't think he has the self-belief?
Well, it stood out for me. I don't know if it stood out for anybody out there, but I think when he boxed Zach Chelly a couple of years ago, you see Kell Brook come walking into the change room and he's asking Kell 20 minutes before the ring walk, have you got any advice for me, Kell? I think straight away that stood out for me, that he's got no true self-belief, asking somebody for advice in one of the biggest fights of his career. So, yeah, that stood out for me then.
An interesting way to look at it. What do you make of that?
Kell Brook's one that I've looked up to for many years. World champion, seen him headline Sheffield Arena so many times. So I'd be silly not to ask a former world champion what advice. Obviously, he's headlined stadiums twice in his career, maybe more times. So I think I'd be daft not to ask him for advice. Not technically strategy what to do. I can't actually remember asking him for advice, but I've asked Josh Warren for advice, I've asked Kell Brook for advice, I've asked loads of boxers for advice, loads of different people for advice. I think that's something someone would do. It's like, why would I not reach out to people for a bit of advice? And again, no one better than Kell Brook to ask for advice.
Troy, you've described Callum as the perfect opponent for you. Why is that?
Because this is going to elevate me to the next level.
Do you think stylistically this works out in your favor?
I think stylistically it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to show a bit of both boxing and obviously look at how we both fight. It's going to end up in a dogfight somewhere in another. So I'm going to show a bit of both, bit of boxing and in the trenches. So I'm ready to go. I'm trained really hard. I've had great sparring in preparation for Callum. So I'm looking forward to it.
Callum, do you concur? At least from what we've seen over the years, I think a lot of people know the qualities that Troy brings. Do you think this is the type of fight where you have to show maybe a bit of both, a bit of boxing, a bit of brawling?
I was wearing a hat that says war on it, so I think I might have to
For war, baby. Coming for war.
A quick word on your fan base, Callum. The support you have is some of the best support that we see in any UK fighter. How special are they to you, and what do they mean to you? And also, how many will be making that travel, not too much of a travel, but a travel up from Barnsley?
I think you used the right word yourself there when you said special. It is special. I've got amazing support, and it's everything that a boxer coming up would from. You see the likes of Ricky Hatton, rest in peace, and you see Josh Wharton as well. But we're in Leeds. And I'm building that fan base. And I've got an absolutely amazing support, friends, family, and Barnsley, and it's expanding to Yorkshire now as well. And even the whole country, I'm having people I did a few ticket collection days of people coming up from Birmingham, coming down from Newcastle, up, down from York to come and get over from Manchester just to come and see me personally to collect tickets. So yeah, I've got an amazing fan base and support. So it's truly special.
Troy, I think it's probably fair to say you can expect a hostile crowd in there on Saturday. Does that have any effect on you? Does it matter to you?
No, not at all. I've always been the away fighter. So I've got plenty of support coming myself. So can't see it being a big problem. I thrive off this. I thrive off the atmosphere.
As far as the pressure, do you feel there'll be more pressure on you, or perhaps more pressure on Callum, seeing as he is the home fighter?
No, there's no pressure on me. Obviously, I know what work I've done in preparation, so I'm really confident. All I need to do is replicate what I've been doing in training into the ring, and there's no doubt I'll be victorious.
We've got 3 belts on the line on Saturday, obviously the British, Commonwealth, European, but there is more at stake potentially. Terence Crawford retiring, the belts are all becoming available, and Callum, you are ranked number 5 with the IBF, number 7 with the WBA, 10 with WBO, and WBC have you at 11. So there is a chance that after this fight, all being successful, you get a shot perhaps at a world title. Is that something you're looking at?
Yeah, of course. After I beat Troy, I'll be ranked even higher than what you've just said.
Troy, do you see this as a chance to crash the party and take that ranking?
Of course, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You're all going to see on Saturday night.
Ben, it's obviously a fantastic fight. 2 fighters who seem like it's going to be a genuine head-on collision. The added thing with Terence Crawford retiring and the belt scattering, does that add even more to this bout?
Yeah, I think so. Look, when I was sat up here, I was sat with a few lads, 5-0, 6-0, getting onto small horse shows. It again just takes me back to when I met Callum. He was that kid trying to get that opportunity. He was that kid on small horse shows. He's the guy that's fought tooth and nail to get here. Never been handed anything. Had to negotiate every single step with myself. Had to find a way to get him headlining. Had to find a way to get his first title. Had to build his own fan base, knocking on doors. And here we are, 4th fight this year. Headline 2 stadiums already, 7,000, 15,000. We want to do 30,000 next year. But he's got to come through a very, very big test on Saturday night. Troy Williamson is in the form of his life. And I do believe him when he says he's better at this weight. We saw a career best performance really against Mark Dickinson last time out. So he's ready, but Callum's chosen this fight. Callum wants the big fights. Callum wants the names. He wants the British fights that are going to get fans excited. And to go to Leeds Arena, we needed a special main event. I think we've got one. It's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere. But for me, another career-defining night for Callum Simpson.
Right. Finally, let's get into predictions. I'll come to the challenger first. Troy, how does this fight go and how does this fight end?
I win.
Method?
Just I win.
Callum, how does this fight go?
It's funny he says that because every interview he's done, he says he's going to knock me out late. So it's...
You can be knocked out. Look, you got touched in your last fight and you went down.
You've been knocked out?
You haven't been knocked out. You got touched and you went down.
Yeah, but you just...
If I touch you, you get knocked out.
Well, say you're going to knock me out, then don't say you're going to win. Just say you're going to... If you think I'm going to knock me out, if you think you're going to knock me out, if you're going to knock me out, then say you're going to knock me out.
Where did you come from? Who said that?
If you think you're going to knock me out, say you're going to knock me out.
Oh, is that you hid behind the camera guy?
Ben, as we knew, this is going to be a fantastic fight. I think it will build up as the days get closer and closer to fight night. Just a quick word on what this fight means to both fighters.
Look, it split fans, it split the country. A lot of people feel we made a mistake, but it's going to be a war. These guys both like to come forward. They both like to have a fight. So the fans are in for a treat. Last tickets now at boxer.com. I think there's going to be over 7,000 in there on Saturday night. I cannot wait. An unbelievable card. Thank you to BBC. Thank you to Riyadh Season for all their support. This is a huge, huge event. Free on the BBC and a great night for British boxing.
Thank you, everyone. Good luck to you both. We're going to break now for face-offs, and then we'll be available for interviews after. Thanks, guys.
because they just asked me now to. I wasn't going to. They asked to MC the thingy, so chewing gum's got to come out.
Not under the chair.
Yeah. Can you tell me when this is live? Yeah. I'm staying off the camera. Is this live? Is this live? Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out some official face-offs. Let's bring out some official face-offs, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome onto the stage with 47 contest from Leeds, Joe Hardy, and his opponent from Barnsley, 4-0. He is Corey Sagar. 4 rounds sanctioned in the middleweight division, overseen by Ben Shalom of Boxer. Joe the Test Hardy and Corey Sagar. It's Leeds versus Barnsley. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our next face-off, somebody's O has got to go. Somebody's unbeaten record must go on Saturday evening. Please welcome onto the stage 4-0 from Womble, Yorkshire, Jake John Cleary. And his opponent 5-0, 1 knockout win from Leeds, Ellis Ward. Six rounds sanctioned in the welterweight division. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our next face-off, please welcome onto the stage 12 wins against just 2 losses, 1 knockout win, a former Midland area champion and a former English title challenger from Wolverhampton, the Kundalini King, Jermaine Osborne Edwards. And his opponent, 11 wins against just 1 loss with 3 knockout wins. Also a former Midland area champion from Nuneaton, Warwickshire, Ashley, the Real Deal Eels. Six rounds in the welterweight division. Jermaine Osborne Edwards and Ashley, the Real Deal Eels. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our next face-off. Please welcome on to the stage with 16 wins against just 2 defeats and 1 draw. 4 wins by knockout, the former English title challenger from Grimsby, Levi Giles. And his opponent, a perfect record, 10 wins, no losses, and 1 win by knockout. From Liverpool, Frankie, Pretty Boy Stringer. 8 rounds of boxing, sanctioned in the lightweight division. Next to the stage, please welcome, with 18 wins against just 1 defeat with 1 draw and 11 wins by knockout, the fighting pride of Las Vegas, USA, Blair, the Flair Cubs. And his opponent, a record of 12 wins, no defeats, and 7 wins by knockout, the fighting pride of Sidcup, Kent, Elliot Whale. Co-main event, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds. It's international contest between Blair, the Flair Cubs, and Elliot Whale. And now, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to our main event face-off. Please welcome onto the stage, with a record of 21 wins against 4 defeats and 1 draw, with 15 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the fighting pride of Darlington, the former IBF European champion and the former British champion and reigning English champion, Troy Trojan Williamson. And now please welcome on to the stage his opponent, a perfect record, 18 wins, no defeats, and 13 of those wins come by knockout, the fighting pride of Barnsley, Yorkshire, the former Central Area champion, WBO Intercontinental champion, and the reigning and defending British, Commonwealth, and European super middleweight champion, Callum Simpson. A main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing for the British Commonwealth and ABU European super middleweight titles.
Oh, well, talk about self-belief. Rock impressions, talk about self-belief. That's not a bad press conference, Ben, surely. I want to give you that one.
Listen, it's to be honest, I'm just loving being in Leeds. I've never promoted at this arena. I love it. I've been a couple of times as a boy coming to watch Josh Warrington, and I always had an unbelievable night. So to get a Christmas night like this, December 20th, all the Christmas parties around, it's going to be rowdy. I know Leeds United are playing on Saturday nights as well, so Jesus Christ, I don't know what the bars will be out like after, but incredible night of boxing, genuinely, from start to finish, and really pleased with it, and really pleased that the lads in this area all wanted to take fights. Sometimes we'll land in Newcastle, we'll land in Manchester, and we're looking around saying, who wants a real fight? in Yorkshire, they don't turn down fights. Everyone's up for it. Everyone was like, get me on it, whatever, we'll fight whoever. So it was 4-0 against 5-0. It was 11-1 against 12-2. It was just whatever we wanted. And it was brilliant. Yeah, it's been brilliant.
That's perfect. I've got Nick Pete alongside us as well, boxing journalist. Nick, thoughts on that press conference? A bit bonkers at some point.
Listen, I need to ask Ben. I want to get excited first and foremost. Listen, this week we've got so much boxing, multiple continents, multiple broadcasters, multiple outlets. But this guy, and I'm going to blow some smoke here, is putting on the best fight in the world this week. That's what this is. Proper fight, proper titles. This place is going to be absolutely rocking. But Ben, I've got to start here. I've got to ask you, who the hell found Blair Cobbs' number? How does that come about?
You know what it is? I've got a habit of this where we've done some weird fights in the past. I think Anthony Sims Jr. came over against Zach Shelley, and it was sort of compared to this. But Blair's been on me on my Instagram for a couple of years now, and I was like, you know what? Elliot needs a proper fight. No one will fight him in the UK. Blair was there, like, what's going on? You know, it's hard in the US at the moment for anyone.
Yes.
There's not a lot of opportunities for fighters, and you know, it just married up. Elliot wants to take any challenge he can get. Blair wants a big opportunity. We actually see Blair could jump into a big fight if he can perform on Saturday night, but equally, Elliot well needs something to kickstart. He's one of those fighters that he's a quality fighter, but almost like too good and too quiet for his own good.
Yeah.
And so it's very difficult for someone like that to get opportunity. So we had to look far and wide, and in the end it was like, you know what, I know his management well as well, so yeah, we got him over here, but he's entertainment.
Were his messages as wild in the DMs as we have just seen up there? Was he as eccentric?
He's a wild guy. I think, look, if you look into his story, he's had
background's insane.
It's a madness, and you can tell that he's a cool cat, but he's a strange customer as well at times, and he'll admit that. You know, I've had a few conversations with him, and but he's a unique character, and sometimes, you know, we want that in the sport. You know, you get everyone trying to act the tough guy and trying to be the man. So I like it when we get someone a bit different, a bit quirky, the ones that can still really, really fight. Be interesting to see what Blair Cobbs comes in on Saturday, because when he gets it right, he's a phenomenal fighter.
He's beaten 2 former world champions, 2 big names in America.
Yeah, no, it's a tough fight. Look, for Elliot, it's a massive step up. He's going to fringe level, but I just don't know where Blair's at mentally. I don't know I just don't know what's going to walk in the ring on Saturday night. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve. But it's an interesting fight. It's impossible to call, and it depends who turns up.
Oh, that's it. Elliot Whale and Blair the Flair Cobbs. They're going to be on before Callum gets started. We've also got Frankie Stringer and Levi Giles. They're kicking off the show on BBC 3 at 7:30. How big an opportunity is it for them to? Just a quick word on them.
Yeah, look, I know Frankie well, and turned over with us, and he's in the Rotunda gym, so he's around a lot of big characters, a lot of big personalities, great training team there, but he's a quality fighter, but he goes under the radar because he keeps himself to himself. But now it's time, Frankie, to step up and step into who we think he can be. I worked with his manager a long time, Liam Smith, and we've had our ups and downs. So it's good to have a fighter together that we're building together, and we'll see where it goes to. But we got a lot of faith in Frankie, and to be fair to him, taking a fight like Levi Giles like this, it's a really tough fight. It's a massive step up, like in comparison to what he's been fighting. But that's the belief that the team have in him. That's the belief that Liam has in him. He knows his boxing. If I'll give him one thing, he knows his boxing, his manager. So, you know, when we put this fight to him, he was up for the fight. They're ready for the fight. They're ready to put on a performance. And I think this is the type of fight that Frankie needs.
Frankie Stringer's the type of fighter that the whole of Liverpool's talking about him. But he hasn't had a fight yet to get everybody excited.
Put him on that
People are just, he's going to beat another journeyman. He's going to beat another journeyman. He's fighting a guy with a heartbeat on Saturday. Not just that, a guy that pushed the British champion really close.
All the way, yeah.
This is a massive step up for Stringer, and I think you're right. This is down to Beefy's conviction that he can take a fight of this magnitude at this stage.
100%. And look, I wouldn't have knocked him again if he'd said, maybe in another fight, maybe in another fight. They saw the opportunity to open the TV section,
Callum, jump
and
in the
they
middle.
took it. So fair play to them. Fair play to them.
Right, well, this moves us on nicely to the main event.
Yes.
You can stay in if you want. You could give a word on it, Ben. Give a word on it. Callum Simpson versus Troy Williamson. A lot of talk up there about self-belief and things like that. But for you, what has this week been like? Because we touched upon it on stage, but with Crawford retiring, does it add that extra layer to this for you as a promoter?
No, I don't know how much difference that's going to make. It was always going to be open, this division, and it is open. We've been through every title, from Southern to English to British to Commonwealth to European, and obviously there's one left. But we've got to take the big fights and the necessary steps to get there. This is a big domestic fight. This is what we needed. This is what we wanted. It's a perfect fight to sell out Leeds Arena. It's a fight he didn't have to take. You know, a lot of fighters prefer going down the international route, and he's afforded that luxury now because he can sell any arena out. It doesn't matter who he fights. But he wanted a big fight, and he wanted to put himself in the mix. He wanted to have a audience that really was interested in what he's doing, and he'll have that on Saturday night. Troy is coming to take his head off. I can tell he's only going to have one thing on his mind, and he's going to absolutely stick it on him. But that's what Callum wants, and hopefully we'll be back at Oakwell in the summer with 30,000 people and starting to really knock on the door for world titles.
Listen, Ben, before you go, I've just got to ask you. First show with the BBC, you put out your flagship heavyweights, you set the table for them, and it all went wrong. Have you let Callum know? Come on, you're my flagship super middleweight now, you're my guy. He set the table for you?
Listen, it's boxing, and he knows I get nervous, much more nervous than him. It doesn't matter who he fights. Callum's a quality operator. He's miles above this level. He's going to have a bad night on Saturday night. For me, he's got to show his level now. Troy Williamson, fantastic, great entertainment, can knock out. We saw what he did to Mark Dickinson, surprised me.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was going to come through that, and he did really well. So it is a tough test. But Callum Simpson's a level above, and he'll show that on Saturday night.
Thank you very much, Ben. Well, Callum, he's teed you up perfectly then. Ben, appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben. Cheers.
He's not quite left him.
See you, Callum. Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Look.
Excited? Are you feeling, I've got to ask you, are you feeling the pressure? Because the point I was trying to make with Ben then is, Big Fraser dropped the ball, man. That was the big moment. Boxers arrived on the BBC. Fraser Clark blew it.
Move over a bit, move over.
Second event right now.
Give him room, he's a big lad.
You're on the main event. You're now the poster boy for Boxer. Are you feeling a bit of extra pressure?
I think Jimmy TKV is signed with Boxer, so I think that it's Jimmy TKV is signed with Boxer, so I don't want to, you can't take anything away from me. I know that maybe people might have thought Fraser Clark was the favourite, but yeah, Jimmy TKV is a Boxer fighter as well, so let's make sure we're respecting him, and
certainly is now anyway.
Yeah, well, it was before, was it not before? Yeah, Jimmy TKV was before, yeah.
Ben's flagship heavyweight now,
well,
of course.
Well, yeah, but yeah, so Jimmy TKV was the Boxer before as well, so yeah, they were both Boxer fighters going in there. But yeah, when you say in terms of the flagship fighter for Boxer, I feel like I've been flying the flag for Boxer for quite a while, to be honest. Obviously they've got they've had and got some amazing talent. There's some that are left now, but I feel like I've always been up there. I headlined, I think it was once last year at my hometown football stadium. Headlined twice already this year. I'm headlining again now. So British, Commonwealth, European, won 2 international titles with Boxer as well. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a run with Boxer, and yeah, I'm happy to fly the flag. You can call it pressure, you can call it whatever you want, but for me, it's something when someone puts pressure on you because they expect you to do something, they've got expectations of you, and that expectation comes from because they believe in you, because they know I can achieve it, and I know I can, and so I'm more than happy to be the flag bearer for Boxer, be the one at the top. I'm more than happy to carry that burden, that weight on my shoulders. I've got big shoulders, so I'm more than happy to carry that.
Well, look, Troy's coming out and talking about knockouts. He knows he's going to have to cut that space down. You're the bigger guy into this. Your last fight, the uppercut really helped you. Are you looking at that tactically? You know he's going to have to come in tight, but you know about his power as well.
Every shot, mate. Every shot I think if you look at me, I've got a very wide selection of punches. Left hooks, right, body shots, uppercuts. I've stopped opponents with every shot in the book. I throw punches in bunches. I can box as well, which I've not shown too much. Like people think I'm just a come forward pressure fighter, and I've just loved getting involved, which I do. But that's just how I like to fight. However, I can actually box when I want to. You've seen a few spells in my boxing, and when I think I'm a fighter that can adapt, like I showed in the Zuko fight, like I've showed in many of my fights as well. But yeah, we've gone through a few strategies, a few tactics, what we need to do on the night, we need to get right, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Troy is here for one reason, and that's because he punched his ticket, his lottery ticket, to save his career last time out against Mark Dickinson. Ben's just mentioned it, I mentioned it, no one kind of thought he was going to do that, and he did, and he got the stoppage, and it was incredible. Probably the best win of his career, and exactly why he's here on Saturday night. But what did you make of the performance? What did you see, Troy? Because I'm seeing Troy hold his feet a lot with Mark, go toe-to-toe with him, go blow for blow with him, and I'm thinking, you don't do that with Callum Simpson, because you'll get knocked out.
Yeah, I think obviously Troy's here on merit. He's not just blagged his way here. He's here on merit, got an amazing stoppage over Matt Dickinson where he was the underdog, and Matt was supposed to be the next big thing, the next big prospect. But yeah, well, I was actually ringside for that fight. I just, I get to every show I can, I'm just a fan of boxing, and I thought that Troy was down on the cards. maybe a little bit flat foot, maybe a bit heavy footed, but that was his first fight at super middleweight. I know he's saying he's growing into the weight now in a few months, but you don't know till fight night. You don't want to presume something. You don't want to. Obviously, you can kind of guess off recent fights how they're gonna fight, their tactics or what their strategies, try and second guess it. But you don't want to go into a fight thinking that's exactly what he's going to do, exactly what he's going to be like, because if he gets in there and does something completely different, then you're going to be in trouble. So yeah, we've prepared for many different strategies. Well, we've prepared for if he comes to box, if he comes to fight, if he comes to stand toe to toe, however he comes, I've got the tools. I've got the tools.
He's never faced anyone with the kind of power.
Yeah, like Callum. Yeah, you're right.
I agree. I agree. And yeah, that's.
So what you're saying is, if he fights the way he fought Mark Dickinson, you'll get him out of there.
Yeah, I think even if he doesn't, I think I'll get him out of there. Either way, to be honest, whether I'm coming forward on the back foot or he's coming forward, whether I box him, I think, a 12-round fight. I know he thinks he carries power late, but I carry power early, midway through, and late as well, which I've proved on many occasions. This will be my fourth fight of the year. Going to be my fourth win, and hopefully my fourth stoppage as well.
And just a quick one on camp as well. Follow you on Instagram, been seeing the 5K times going up and stuff like that. Mate, it looks like a really positive camp though. It looks really good, and it looks like you're enjoying it. Just what has it been like this period of time? Because this is a huge fight. Like Nick was saying about punching the lottery ticket, this is your lottery ticket to step up to those worlds. So has that changed things in camp?
Yeah, this isn't my lottery ticket. Lottery ticket's based on luck. I've got here from hard work, and that's it. In my first 10 fights on small hall shows, having to sell tickets. Actually, I fought on this arena my second fight. I won Josh Watton's undercard. He got me in his undercard, and I was on at 4 p.m. John is a ticket seller. I didn't even get a YouTube slot. I haven't got no footage. I've got like some blurry mobile footage from the fight. But yeah, and again, I think Troy Williamson was actually on that card as well, and he got a TV slot. Yeah. And 5 years later, I'm coming back now. I'm headlining, and I made a point to, and I put pressure on Boxer and pushed Boxer to get local up-and-coming fighters, regional fighters on it. You've got Corey Sagar from Barnsley, you've got Jake John Cleary, you've got Ellis Ward from Leeds, you've got regional talent up, and then the rest of the country as well. I'll push for local fighters because I want to give them the opportunities to be on these undercards. And I'm going around and talking to them, and I'm saying, make sure you get a picture of Ben Shaw, make sure you get a picture on stage, make sure I'll send you all the photos from the photographers, make sure you get your proper stuff, because I want them to, I want to enjoy the gym, I want to bring people up with me as well. I don't want to just headline and forget about everyone else. I want to bring the next generation through, and like Corey Sager was on now. We both trained at the same amateur gym. Corey's granddad, John Sager, my trainer for the amateur career, and it's amazing for him to have his grandson on the undercard of my undercard, where I'm defending all my titles. So yeah, for me that's an amazing achievement in itself. So yeah, I'm very grateful for Boxer for allowing me to get them fighters on. And I forgot your question, but about camp. Anyway, back to camp. Yeah, I've had a great camp, mate. I've had a great camp. Every camp's very tough, grueling. I think that anyone can say whatever you want about my boxing ability, what level you think my boxing ability is at, what my timing, my range. But one thing that I know is world level is my conditioning, my fitness, and my engine. That's something that I make sure. Obviously, I try and develop my skills in boxing and learn every fight and learn in the gym and try and box more and work on things. But I know for a fact that I've got a world level engine, world level conditioning, and that's not something that everyone's got. But I know how hard I train. So yeah, it's been tough, but it all makes it worth it fight night.
Before you go, I just want to ask you that it has been an exciting week for your division. Obviously one of the greatest of this era. Terence Crawford's hung up the gloves. All those belts now will be separated. You couldn't have timed a European title defence any better, because while that is still fresh in everybody's minds, someone's going to hand you a microphone, all being well, on Saturday night and go, right, tell the world what comes next. So without looking past Troy, what it does come next, 2026, what can we expect?
Yeah, obviously I don't. I think every opponent that I have, you've got to, obviously I believe I'm going to win no matter what. So I am looking past Troy, but I'm not overlooking him, if that makes sense. And I've got a very tough fight in front of me, but I believe I'm going to fight at world level. I want to be fighting for world titles by the end of next year. That's what I want. That's what I believe I'm going to do. That's what I know I'm going to do. And it's not overlooking Troy, but yeah, I'm looking past him because I believe I'm going to beat him. I know I'm going to beat him. I need to beat him. Every fight's a must-win fight. But yeah, like I said, Crawford just vacated. Well, he's retired. They're not officially vacated yet, I don't believe. But yeah, he's retired now, so we're getting vacated soon. I'll be pushing after this fight. I'll be pushing on Boxer, saying, look, I'm ranked top 10 with all the world governing bodies. It could be me and Canelo. I'm ranked fifth with the IBF. There's no one ranked at number 2. I think Canelo's ranked 3rd. I might be fighting Canelo for a world. If he wants to fight, I'll fight him for a world title eliminator.
Bring him to Barnsley.
That's it. Bring him to time. Bring him to Barnsley. So that's the thing. I said about 3 years ago, I did an interview with, I forgot what media it was, I did an interview and they said, oh, Canelo Oakwell, and I was like, yeah, I fight Canelo Oakwell. And everyone were on Twitter and stuff laughing, saying, oh, I'll never fight Oakwell, never fight Canelo. We fought Oakwell twice, headline twice. Why not Canelo if he wants a world title eliminator? Bring him to Barnsley, bring him to Yorkshire.
Crazy things have happened.
But that's it, exactly. But yeah, like I said, obviously I've got to get through Troy first, but the world's my oyster. Like I said, there's going to be so many opportunities, because I'm ranked highly with, well, obviously I'm going to be ranked even higher when I beat Troy. So yeah, it's going to be speak to management, my team promoter, what type we're going to go for, how best to navigate it, and yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's very exciting. You know, I know that there's already talks at Oakwell next year, and people always say, oh, you can't look past your opponents, but since Mbappe, when I fought in March, I've always known what my next fight is. I've always been told by Ben, by Boxer, Callum, you need to win this because we've got so-and-so booked.
Yes.
You need to win this because you've got so-and-so booked. Even before, when I fought Steve Woodall, you need to beat Steve Woodall. We've got Oakwell booked in June. And then I fought Elvis 3 weeks later. Now you need to win this again because we've got Oakwell booked still. So people can talk about pressure, not overlooking opponents, but I take every fight at a time, but I've always got the next goal ready. But again, I believe in my preparation. I work extremely hard, and yeah, I leave it all in camp, ready to perform on fight night, and that's why I'm so my confidence comes from hard work, not just because I want to believe in myself. I'm delusional because I know how hard I work. I know I've got him getting top sparring. I'm doing 12 rounds with 2-3 fresh kids, 30 seconds rest, lads that are on this undercard, lads that have fought on Wednesday on different shows. Yeah, I'm trying to get top sparring, middles, super middles, light heavies, cruisers. Whatever Troy brings, I'm going to be ready. Boxing on front, on the back foot, in the trenches, whatever he wants, any way he can get it, any way he wants it, he can get it.
Wow, what a sell for Saturday night, isn't it?
Exactly.
I've done that better myself.
I hope the cook as well.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you.
For the next 24 hours, mate.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Cheers, guys.
Swap you out for Troy coming up. Wow, he looks confident.
Yeah, listen, what I like about it especially as well, he's given opportunities to his teammates, people from Barnsley, people from Yorkshire.
Good to see you, man.
Troy, how you doing, man? Good to see you. This is the man. This is the man. Listen, when we talk about performances this year inside a British ring, has anyone delivered a performance better than what this man delivered against Mark Dickinson? I don't think he has. But on Saturday night, we could go one better, my friend.
Yeah, definitely, and I believe that we are going to go one better. Truly believe in the work that I've put in. All I need to do is replicate what I've been doing sparring on fight night, and there's no doubt in my mind I'll be victorious.
And speak of camp there, I think a lot of people don't know the sacrifices you have made in this camp as well.
Do you know what? Sorry, cut you short there, but I've not had a full week at home with my missus or my little baby son. Well, he's 2-year-old, but my baby boy. I've had like 2 or 3 days at home, then we're back away. We've been up to Essex, been Manchester, Liverpool. We've travelled everywhere. This has been for the last 8 weeks. Since the one against Mark, we had like 3 or 4 days at home and then straight back in the camp. So I've had like 2 back-to-back camps. I haven't really spent much time at home, so the sacrifice that I've made is, it's all going to be worth it.
I was reading an article on the BBC Sport website about Hurricane Melissa as well, and everything you had gone through with your family back home in Jamaica and sorting that too. I don't want to say toll because you are a top performer, but how has that affected your training too?
Do you know what? It hasn't affected me much really. I know they're alive and well, so as long as they're alive and well, whether they haven't got a place to stay, then life goes on. You just got to get by each day. Obviously, they're on the rebuild now, trying to rebuild the home and the business. So yeah, just all I can do is help.
That's it. Well, best of luck with that. Saturday, you have just said on stage it's going to be a knockout. Is that 100% for you? There is no doubt in your mind that is going to end up.
I know for a fact if I hit him clean, I'm going to hurt him. And when I have people hurt, I get them out of there. As we've seen in his last fight, I'm not taking nothing away from Callum. It's boxing. You got 10-ounce gloves, it can't happen. But he got touched and he went down. I don't know whether that's down to draining too much weight. Obviously, it's no secret he killed himself to make weight. He was like myself at 154. I was huge at 154. Luckily, obviously, I got put down. It happens. So whether that was because he was drained and his punch resistance is gone, who knows? But if that's the case, and I'm going to hit him, then yeah, it's good night, Callum Simpson.
This new lease of life you've got at 168. Are you frustrated, annoyed with yourself you didn't make the move earlier? You didn't listen to your body?
I should have done. I definitely should have done. But like I said, life goes on. Obviously, there's no regrets because I chose to stay at them weights. So the losses that I took, there's no regrets. I chose to do them weights. But Yeah, I should have moved up in 2022.
The Mark Dickinson performance was vintage Troy. That's what you're all about. Hold your feet in the centre of the ring, go toe to toe. You work the body early, knowing full well he'd struggled at the weight. It was all calculated, educated pressure. But when it came down to it, when it came down the stretch, and it was time to, okay, who wants it more? You found the shot, you found the finishing shot. In a fight like this, going to Callum Simpson, who is a lot bigger, he is naturally very big at the weight, probably the biggest puncher you've ever faced. Does this mean a massive tweak in the game plan for you? Can you go toe to toe with someone as big a puncher as Callum?
I don't think Callum will go toe to toe with me, if I'm honest. But obviously that's not my game. That's not the plan, to go toe to toe. But I don't think he'll want to shoot out because he knows that if I clip him, I'm going to hurt him. Yeah, we've got a great plan. I've been sparring Craig Richards. Like, for me personally, I think he's a better all-round fighter than what Callum is. Been performing very, very well in them spars, and we've done a lot of rounds. So the confidence comes from the work that I've been putting in the gym.
For you, Troy, you've spoke about Darlington and where you're from, and not necessarily having the big shows and having that for all the fighters that are from there too. We spoke about a lottery ticket being punched for you and how big a chance this is. But how much does it mean to you to put Darlington on the map as well? This is such a big opportunity for that.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity. Like, beating Callum's a great name. He's boxer's golden boy. He's got them high rankings. He's got the 3 belts. So beating him just elevates me further to where I want to be. And look what, obviously, Terence Crawford's retired, so he's there's possibility of getting a world title shot next year. So, like, when I win on Saturday night, it changed my life, and that's where the motivation comes from.
Absolutely. Listen, heading into this year, if someone had said to you then, you're going to end the year British, Commonwealth, European champion, ranked, available to fight for one of 4 vacated world title belts, you'd have thought people were round the bend?
People would have thought I was deluded. 8 months ago, asked me 8 months ago. Well, not asked me. Do you know what I've got? I brought it up on the self-belief. Like, nobody has got no more self-belief than me. I believe in myself no matter what. But if you ask anybody else 8 months ago, nobody would have thought I'd have been here. Everyone thought I was finished and wrote off. But I knew deep down that I was just at the wrong weight class. All I needed to do was move up, give myself a chance, and we're here.
Well, Troy, best of luck to you, man. Hell of a story, and good luck on Saturday.
The story's just getting wrote. We're on chapter 4.
Yeah,
chapter
honestly,
4.
Plenty more performance of the year so far, but you top it on Saturday, you're telling you.
Definitely top it on Saturday.
Amazing.
On Saturday, you're going to have a new British Commonwealth and European champion, and his name's Troy Williamson.
Love it, Troy.
Let 'em know. Right, we've got Blair Hobbs just coming
Thank
on
you
now.
So much appreciated. Just get that mic off your. Cheers, Troy.
Swap that out.
Thank you, buddy.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Blair the Flair.
Hobbs, come in.
Step in the middle.
Step in between us. Let the main man, let the start of the show get right between us. There we go.
I can't believe that I'm on BBC. This is a wonderful, wonderful experience.
How was that press conference for you? I feel like everyone got a bit of a flavour of what Blair the Flair is all about.
Hey,
I think
man.
you might have caught a few people off guard there.
Well, look, I love to show up and show out and captivate the imagination of the audience. It's a show, but it's a show that I love to do. I love playing this Blair the Flair character where I get up and show you guys what it's like to be everything that your childhood wanted you to be. That inner child in you, I get to show you what your inner child wanted to be when you grew up.
That inner child, that's this entertainer that's in you. For that to be born out of the upbringing you had, the crazy life that you had, you and your father fleeing to Mexico, being on the run from authorities, finding boxing in Mexico City, then come back to, like, your journey. We're blessed in boxing, which is why we love the sport as journalists, because the story's everywhere. Mm-hmm. But yours is truly a Hollywood scripted story. All it's missing, Blair, is the world title to finish before the closing credits.
Yeah, but honestly, that's about it. I mean, honestly, it's a hit even without a title. Just making it.
Insane.
As far as I've made it, breaking out of let's say, oppression in Philadelphia. I've never seen what oppression is until I came back to Philadelphia, and that was really tough. There's bars you can't see. There's things that you can't do just because, like, the city is so heavily oppressed. I've never even known what the hell racism was because, like, as a kid, I've grown up in so many different places, and you're kind of oblivious. Mm-hmm. until like you're not.
Of course.
So like, there was times and periods of time where like life was good. I was living in Beverly Hills. I got I'm living in a mansion in Hollywood. I'm flying airplanes, for Christ's sake. Like
crashing them.
Yeah, like
I've heard, crashed a couple of them.
I nearly crashed one time. You know what I mean? And like living this unrealistically surreal life that I thought was normal.
Yeah.
You know, and then everything crashing down. It humbles me to a point where I'm very much so diverse in mental, cultural, and just experience that I feel like Blair the Flair can touch every man, woman, and child in this world.
Is that why Blair the Flair was kind of born/created? Because you had this crazy life that your escape was to be this alter ego guy?
Yeah, well, I actually developed a slight case of DID, so I don't really remember a lot sometimes. I have very much spotty memory. Like I have spotty memory even being up here. It just comes out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the whole thing is that like it's something that I'm working on, because in the end you have to love yourself. And sometimes like when you're going through what you're going through and you're not strong enough to handle it, someone else has to take your place.
Yeah.
And in many cases, that someone else that took my place was the Flair. I didn't have a name for him before, so we were fighting for each other, fighting for the same body. But now he has a place, and his place belongs to the stars, belongs to the light, and belongs in those tough, dark nights.
Well, you spoke there about how you're able to adapt to so many different environments. Leeds is going to be a hell of an atmosphere on Saturday.
Yeah.
What are you expecting from that? Because that is going to be
Lots of drunk
raucous.
Brits
Yeah,
enjoying
raucous.
Christmas, finishing work for the holiday seasons. It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be very, very fun for as long as it lasts, and I'm just living this wonderful, beautiful roller coaster life, living here, breathing here in Leeds. I can't wait to captivate the audience and win the crowd in the UK.
Listen, you've got this incredible personality. Obviously, you stole the show today, and I'm sure you'll take a fair slice of the show on Saturday night. But let's not beat around the bush here. Mate, you can fight. You've got two former world champions on the resume already. You're not here just to entertain outside the ring. You can do it inside the ring, and this is a huge step up for your opponent taking on you in the UK.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I don't take anyone for granted. See, the thing is, come fight night, yes, he might be an underdog, but I've been an underdog my whole life.
Yeah.
I've been fighting against the odds my whole life. I'm losing even when you don't see a loss on my record by you thought you could win this? Well, how about this? I'll make you not fight for a year. Maybe you can't bounce back after that, and then I'll bounce back. Maybe 2 years, and things like that happen. I went through a whole lot of despair and discomfort where the only person there was the Flair and God.
Wow.
And I have to, when I show up and show out and give you guys all of this jazz, it's because I'm like that excited. I'm that in love with the moment.
Yeah.
And that's all we have is moments.
We spoke to Ben Shalom before, and he was saying that you had been in his DMs, and you had been saying, put me on a card, put me on a fight, and I will sell out the show.
Because one thing I can definitely guarantee is that Blair the Flair will show up and show out.
The entertainer. Well, Blair, thank you so much for joining us.
Blair the Flair, the entertainer.
Trademark it now. Trademark it
Absolutely,
now.
absolutely. I've done trademarks so many things. Ric Flair is sick of me.
Yeah, The Rock is going to be after today as well.
The Rock is going to be sick of me too.
Can you just let us know, Blair, where the after party's going to be? Because I want to be with this guy Saturday night after the fight. This is the guy to be with.
I wish I knew.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't even know.
Leeds will open up for you, I'm sure.
Look, we're all going to be wasted.
Yeah.
When Nick's hanging around backstage.
And I'm a lightweight, man. I'm like 2 shots in, I'm gone. You guys are going to have to drag me out there.
I'll carry you. Don't worry, Blair.
Incredible. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck on Saturday.
Yeah, great to see you.
Absolutely.
Great to see you.
Thank you very much for having me on BBC.
Welcome to the
It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. And shout out to one of the best promotions ever, and that's Boxer.
Hey, we've got a.
They're like Ben Shalom and Boxer have given me an opportunity and given me grace and mercy for all the nonsense that I pull off, regardless. And I believe, and truly, truly believe, that this is the moment where we get to do something special and test all of these champions, test all of these characters. Because I don't like, Ryan never been a champion, so I consider him a character.
Yeah.
Devin Haney, he's got a lot of world championships, but he's really a character.
Yeah,
you know, like he's gotten the easy road.
Yeah.
What happens when you're faced against somebody that haven't had the easy road but still live through the fire? I would love to see what happens. What happens in the years to come. Thank you so much for having me here.
Anytime. You might as well stay on for the close now. Let's sign off. So, guys, 5:30 for the undercard. That will be on BBC iPlayer. Then 7:30, BBC Three, and still on BBC iPlayer. We're starting off with Levi Giles versus Frankie Stringer. Then we are into Elliot Whale versus this man, Flair the Flames. Woo! Then we're on to the big one, the main event, Callum Simpson versus Troy Williamson for the super middleweight European, British, and Commonwealth titles. Join us there, 7:30 on BBC Three.